Hi everybody. So I had this great idea and I've worked on it and I've had some mistakes and I wanted to share them with you. First of all, I want to make this. This I made into a snow globe. But as you can see, it doesn't float very good. And this was a combination of water and vegetable glycerin. And I did it with, I made the pocket with this. It's a glass ornament, and I set it in the mold this way, and it worked. I had to add a bunch of extra resin. I covered it with a piece of hard plastic, I don't know what they call it, and I used UV resin, and then I sealed it up. I had to use hot glue to the mold, which worked to hold in most of the resin that I was pouring in to cover this, which was this spot. Then I made two more the same way, but I filled one with all of baby oil and the other, I've tried to repair it, but it hasn't worked. This is with more glycerin than water. And so what happened, I mean, this one shakes better and holds better, but I have a big thing here, but I put them in my car and they both broke. This is all the glass ornament right here. And you can't tell by just looking at it because it blends in very easily with the resin. So this one didn't break, but this is, see, you can't tell where the resin ends and the glass ornament begins. But I think I can feel it right here, but you really can't see very closely. But anyway, so now instead of using a glass ornament, I'm gonna try to do it. I had these spheres, and I thought, oh, they'll fit inside the skull mold. Well, this one's too small. This one fits pretty good. So I have it in there already. I'm gonna pour resin in it all the way up to about here. Then I'll wait for it to cure and I'll pull it out and see where we are from there. So right now I'm just gonna mix up my resin. I'll put it in the vacuum chamber to get it out, get the bubbles out, and then I'll start to pour and I'll bring you back then. All right. Okay, so in the meantime, I took out this and I tried something else, and it's not gonna work very good, but I saw on somebody else's video that you could take your mica powder, add alcohol to it, make it pasty like a paint, and paint your mold. Well, you can't do it on one that you're gonna turn inside out. I turned it inside out to paint the eyes and the nose area so that it could be gold on when we're done on those spots. And when I turned it inside out, or when I turned it right side in, again. All the pigment was dried and flaked and splattered. So I cleaned up the bulb of the head best I could without starting all over. And so we're just gonna see. I've got some of the teeth that have a little bit of yellow in it, and there's some yellow in there in different places, gold. So I think what I'm gonna do anyway is I'm going to add a little bit of black diffuser pigment as I go in, and see how that works. I'm hoping to get more of a smoky kind of look like this one, but we'll see. So I'm gonna start off with just, pouring a little bit in there. I can see it on the bottom of the mold. And when I can see it around the side up here, I'm gonna start adding a little bit of the black. I think now is a good time. I'm gonna add just a drop or two because I want it to drip down. Let's see, maybe a little stir. I don't want it to, maybe I should have done it like I was marbling. I don't know. Maybe because I can get it to swirl down. I think I'll do that as I'm finishing it up. I'll just add a drop and I'll swirl. Hopefully that'll give us a smoky color. Make sure. Oh, crud. I'm sure that won't matter because I'm going to pull that out. Get it up as high as I can. Okay, and then I'll leave a little bit of room. I'm not going to dome it so that I can fill it later. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit. I'll spray it with right there, but we need to get that. I think it's a, oops. Oh, it's part of the mica powders. Okay. Around. Okay. All right. I just have this water drip mold, so I'm going to pour the rest of this into that, and then I guess I should put the lid on my ink. There. Put this over here. A little bit more in here that didn't go black. push this one over to here. Now I got this beautiful gem kind of teddy bear, and I've done it in red and blue. So now I'm just going to do it clear. I want to do it in clear. So I'm going to pour a little bit in first. Kind of move it around his head a little bit. Let's see, get it up here around his jaw. And I'm going to squeeze the ears a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but there was a little bubble that came up. Do the other side. There's another little bubble that's coming up. Okay. Oops. Getting in there. Okay. Let's do this slowly, slowly, slowly. See if that's gonna dome a little bit. Let's see. Oh, almost. Just a tad bit more. Oh, that's enough. Okay. Now, I am gonna set this one over here. It is a little off balance, I guess. So I'm gonna put this little stick underneath it a little bit. Nope, that might be too much. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just take a little bit out. I'll have to fix it later. Just don't want it to overflow. I think that's good. We'll see. Okay, so now I have this. I'm gonna, oops, I got a hair there. I have stuff on my fingers. So I'm gonna put that on here with possibly that water there, not sure, but we'll see how much I have left. If I have anything left, I may do some diamonds or gems, whatever. Oh, I'll have some left for that. Good. Oh, okay. Don't want that to, oh, spill over. That's perfect. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll stick that up there a little bit more. There are some bubbles there. I'll get those in a few minutes. Okay. And the last, oops, that spills. Spills. I'm gonna do these. And I'll put them right here. I'll do those. This just fills up with a couple of little drips. So see how little, I'm gonna have a little more even still. So, oh, I have this extra one I can do. Pour a little. Let's see. I really only need 2. So I'm gonna pour it like that. I do need to dome it because if they're concaved at all, it's hard to glue them down. Oop, 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 oop. Oh, overflow. Okay, I'm gonna put the rest with gold. And I have my unicorn that I was using as extras. I'm just pouring extras in. But since I have clear, I'll go ahead and I'll put gold in there. I think that was gold or copper, but we're gonna put gold in. There. Oh. This cleaned up. Spill, spill, spill. Okay, let me clean this off here. I'm gonna stir it. Give it a stir, mix it in. Scrape your sides so you don't have a lot of powder on the sides. Oh my God, you don't want that. I did add a lot of bubbles by doing this. Okay. It's getting sticky. I don't know why, it's not fast here. Okay, and we'll just add it to this one here. Now it does have a tail that's gonna have to, let me work this way. Pinch it, get that air out of there. Don't want any air in that tail. Come on. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's good and domed. Okay. Well, I'm not going to touch anything else. Let's see. I do have a tiny little bit left. Let me see here. Do we need gold leaf? Yeah, I think we'll try this little leaf here. Okay, we'll do one of these right here and see. It might be enough to fill it. I don't know. We'll have to see. That little stem. I think it'll be enough. Let's see. Feels like syrup. Okay, we're all empty, so let's get this in, and then I'm going to take a dotting tool or something and see if I can get it to go in all these little places that it hasn't gone yet. And then we'll be back to unmold everything. Oops, let's see. So much for that. Now, let's see here. I'll use this Dollar Tool Lovely. Dollar Tree, Get this all off of here. Get every drop. There we go. Okay. Let's see. It's pretty thick. Let's see if we can move it around a little bit. Should be able to still level itself. Wasn't that sticky. Let's just see. Yeah, it'll go perfect. Okay, get this up here. This, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, my fingers are sticking to the dotting tool. Scraping tool, whatever you want to call it tool. I don't know the real name of it. That's not unusual. Looks like I've got a little bit more than I needed actually. Just that. Get this piece. Sorry, I know you couldn't hear me. I said, let's get this down here a little bit more. Okay. I think that's going to be pretty good. Get this. Oh. Huh. Oops. Well, looks like I got a twofer project. Okay. I'm done. I'm just going to spray them with alcohol and watch them all spread over the place. Okay, I do need to get this bubble out. Huh. It is pretty hot in here today. Okay. Let's see where that leaves us. Oh, let's get this mica powder mixed in a little bit. I don't see any bubbles. A couple. We'll see how this turns out with that in it. It is not fast cure, but wow, okay. Alright. So, that was like 30 minutes maybe of work time. Alright, I'll be back when it's time to unmold. Have a good day. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and demold this now, and then we'll see where it goes. If it's all covered with resin, or if this wasn't a good idea. We'll see. Let's see. See if we can get spray it. See if we can get a little bit of it in there. Oh, sorry. Got it down here. Let's see. Let's see how we do. Come on, please. Oh, there's just one little spot. Here, it didn't seal. So, I wonder if I could just tape it and put some more you can try it. Other than that little crisscross, I wonder if I was gonna do this again, if I could cut that. See this part here, you can see here. And this is like a magnifying glass. But obviously this side is going to be just as thin. Yeah. And I don't like the gold. But, okay. So I'm going to mix up some, and I'm going to see if I can cover this up and add a little bit more to it. It's going to be a little tricky, I think. But hey, that's what we're up for. We're up for a little problem solving. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I took some packing tape and I covered the hole, which is right here. And I tried to make sure that there were no air pockets leading up to it, so that when I lay it down, it'll lay flat and fill that spot up. And then I did notice that there was a tiny little hole right here on this side, so I covered it up also. And so now I'm just going to mix up my resin and debubble it, not unbubble it, debubble it, and I'll fill this side up and set it like this to fill the hole, and then I'll do the same on the other side, and then I'll come back. Okay? All right. See you in a bit. Okay, guys. So I have wasted so much time on this. I had, if you remember, I had holes in the back. I filled those with UV resin. Then I thought, okay, great, I'm finished. So I put this, well, I didn't put this on yet. I filled it. And soon after I started filling it, I realized that the holes in the eyes were open, that they, that this was up against it, so the eyes didn't have resin in front of them. So I filled those up with UV resin, and I went back to filling this up and realized, as it's leaking on my hand, that these points had this up against it. So I filled those with UV resin. So then I looked at this side. Well, this side was also leaking, so I filled those in with UV resin. So then I put the top on, and I UV resined the crud out of it to make sure it's sealed. So today I go, because I didn't trim it perfectly, I went to trim it, and of course then this popped up and it was leaking a little bit. So I haven't done anything with it yet other than push it down and hold it. So I've decided this is what I'm gonna do. I am done with this. I'm going to, I had this for another project. It's just a coaster, but I'm going to fill it with resin. I'm gonna stick that in there like that, and that should take care of all of the problems I'm having around the bottom and the edge, because it should cover everything. I'm gonna fill it all the way up this lip here with clear resin, and I'll be done with it. Don't try this size skull doing this. It's a great idea, I thought, but I ended up filling. If you remember, this one had a hole in the back, so I drained all the liquid out of it, and I still had stuff inside of it that didn't come out. I didn't wash it out, but what I did was I filled it. I had it sitting here and filled it with resin and filled it all the way to the top, and then I filed it down a little bit so there was no glass sticking up, and filled it with UV resin so it's solid. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm not gonna mess with them. I have this one that I tried sealing, and as you can see, it's leaking, but it was my red, white, and blue, but that didn't work. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, probably peel this off and fill it with clear resin, because I am just done with these. This is the only one that hasn't broken yet, and it will easily break right here where it's thin, because that's all just glass ornament. But this is the only one that's survived as this, just a plain ordinary snow globe. I thought it's a great idea, and if you come up with a better way to do it, put it in the comments for me. But right now, what I did was I filled parts of this with resin to cover the holes right here, and there was a little hole here. So I laid it on its side this way and filled it with resin. I filled this part with resin. So it is a snow globe of sorts. As you can see, it was completely full, and then I've had little leak problems. So it does have a little bit of a bubble in it. So I may, before I attach it, I may just fill that part up a little bit more so there's no bubble in it, and stick it down here like that and be finished with it. So there's my mistakes and my hassle. It did take longer, so my video is late coming out, but there you go. Let me know what you guys think, and see you next time.